answers? I think I'm entitled.
You want answers?
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
Put the kids to bed, turn down the lights, close the door. Now, buckle in and open your mind for the Roundtable Podcast with your hosts, Shogun and Rhodesian.
Hello and welcome to the Roundtable Podcast. We're doing a recording today of the Book of the Law, Liber al Legis by Alistair Crowley. One of the most important and influential occultists of all time, certainly of our century. So this is a book that represents an attempt to initiate a new spiritual order over and above the Judeo-Christian order of Jesus Christ and the Torah. Alistair Crowley attempted a spiritual coup. Whether he succeeded or not is up to the audience to decide. Today we're going to record an audio recording, roundtable original, of the Book of the Law by Alistair Crowley. What you think about it, what I think about it, it's up to you. Now, NSA, tell us what you think about Alistair Crowley.
I think Alistair Crowley was a fucking doity shiksa. No, I think he was a drug-addicted occultist extraterrestrials while he was interacting with people like Jack Parsons and L. Ron Hubbard and all these other people in the early 1900s in the occult world. And I think extraterrestrials like Lamb were beaconing to them to play the demonology game and spirit game. So while he may be trying to do a spiritual coup, he was using forces that nobody understood at the time. We now can understand these things as projected holograms instead of demonology, but this is my theorem, obviously. And that's my theory on that.
So, Mac, if you could give us your take on Alistair and the Book of the Law.
Yeah, the way I look at this book, I try to separate it from the man that wrote it, Alistair Crowley. To me, this book is beyond that. It's truly just a message. And it's a highly cryptic message, which alone evokes curiosity in the spirit. So that alone makes this book fascinating on its own. But I believe it's even beyond that. I believe that the truth that this book is trying to convey is one that's not just of this universe, but of existence itself, a form of mathematical truth that just is what it is. It defines existence. And it's a mystery that I'm going to try to pursue, and hopefully one day I will be able to uncover it. But until then, I guess we're just going to read the book.
So that being said, I am going to read chapter 1 of Liber al Legis, the Book of the Law by Alistair Crowley. Chapter 1. Hod, the manifestation of Nuit, the unveiling of the company of heaven. Every man and every woman is a star. Every number is infinite. There is no difference. Help me, O warrior lord of Thebes, in my unveiling before the children of men. Be thou had it, my secret center, my heart and my tongue. Behold, it is revealed by Awas, the minister of Hur-Par-Krat. The Cabs is the coup, not the coup in the cabs. Worship then the cabs, and behold my light shed over you. Let my servants be few and secret. They shall rule the many and the known. These are fools that men adore. Both their gods and their men are fools. Come forth, O children, under the stars, and take your fill of love. I am above you and in you. My ecstasy is in yours. My joy is to see your joy. Above the gemmed azure is the naked splendor of Nuit. She bends in ecstasy to kiss the secret ardors of Hadit. The winged globe, the starry blue, are mine, O Ankh, Afna, Khonsu. Now ye shall know that the chosen priest and apostle of infinite space is the prince priest, the beast, and in his woman called the scarlet woman is all power given. They shall gather my children into their fold. They shall bring the glory of the stars into the hearts of men. For he is ever a sun, and she a moon, but to him is the winged secret flame, and to her the stooping starlight. But ye are not so chosen. Burn upon their brows, O splendrous serpent, O azure-lidded woman, bend upon them. The key of the rituals is in the secret word, which I have given unto him. With the god and the adorer, I am nothing. They do not see me. They are as upon the earth I am heaven. And there is no other God than me and my Lord Hadid. Now therefore I am known to ye by my name Nuit, and to him by a secret name which I will give him when at last he knoweth me. Since I am infinite space, and the infinite stars thereof, do ye also thus. By nothing let there be no difference made among you between any one thing and any other thing, for thereby there cometh hurt. But whoso availeth in this, let him be the chief of all. I am Nuit, and my word is 6 and 50. Divide, add, multiply, and understand. Then saith the prophet and slave of the beauteous one, Who am I, and what shall be the sign? So she answered him, bending down a lambent flame of blue, all touching, all penetrant, her lovely hands upon the black earth, and her lithe body arched for love, and her soft feet not hurting the little flowers. Thou knowest, and the sign shall be my ecstasy, the consciousness of the continuity of existence, the omnipresence of my body. Then the priest answered and said, Unto the queen of space, kissing her lovely brows, and the dew of her light bathing his whole body in a sweet-smelling perfume of sweat. O Nuit, continuous one of heaven, let it be ever thus, that men speak not of thee as one, but as none. And let them speak not of thee at all, since thou art continuous. None, breathe the light, faint and fairy, of the stars and two. For I am divided for love's sake, for the chance of union. This is the creation of the world, that the pain of division is as nothing, and the joy of dissolution all. For these fools of men and their woes care not thou at all. They feel little what is balanced by weak joys, but ye are my chosen ones. Obey my prophet, follow out the ordeals of my knowledge, seek me only. Then the joys of my love will redeem ye from all pain. This is so. I swear it by the vault of my body, by my sacred heart and tongue, by all I can give, by all I desire of ye all. Then the priest fell into a deep trance or swoon, and said unto the Queen of Heaven, Write unto us the ordeals, write unto us the rituals, write unto us the law. But she said, The ordeals I write not, the rituals shall be half known and half concealed, the laws for all. This that thou writest is the threefold book of law. My scribe, Ankh Af Na Khonsu, the priest of the princes, shall not in one letter change this book. But lest there be folly, he shall comment thereupon by the wisdom of Ra Hur Kuit. Also, the mantras and spells, the obia and the wanga, the work of the wand and the work of the sword. These he shall learn and teach, he must teach, but he shall make severe the ordeals. The word of the law is Onua. Who calls us Thelemites will do no wrong, if you look but close into the word. For there are therein 3 grades, the hermit and the lover, and the man of the earth. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. The word of sin is restriction. O man, refuse not thy wife if she will. O lover, if thou wilt, depart. There is no bond that can unite the divided but love. All else is a curse. Amen. Accursed be it to the aeons. Hell! Let it be that state of manyhood, bound in loathing, so with thy all. Thou hast no right but to do thy will. Do that, and no other shall say nay. For pure will, unassuaged of purpose, delivered from the lust of result, is every way perfect. The perfect and the perfect are one perfect and not two, nay, are none. Nothing is a secret key of this law. 61, the Jews call it. I call it 880, 418. But they have the half. Unite by thine art so that all disappear. My prophet is a fool with this one. 1. Are not they the ox and none by the book? Abrogate are all rituals, all ordeals, all words and signs. Ra Hur Kuit has taken his seat in the east at the equinox of the gods, and let Asar be with Isa, who also are one. But they are not of me. Let Asar be the adorant, Isa the sufferer. Hur in his secret name and splendor is the Lord initiating. There is a word to say about the hierophantic task. Behold, there are 3 ordeals in one, and it may be given in 3 ways. The gross must pass through fire. Let the fine be tried in intellect, and the lofty chosen ones in the highest. Thus ye have star and star, system and system. Let not know well the other. Let not one know well the other. There are 4 gates to one palace. The floor of that palace is of silver and gold, lapis lazuli and jasper are there. And all rare scents, jasmine and rose, and the emblems of death. Let him enter in turn, or at once, the four gates. Let him stand on the floor of the palace. Will he not sink? Ho, warrior, if thy servant sink? But there are means and means. Be goodly, therefore. Dress ye all in fine apparel, eat rich foods, and drink sweet wines, and wines that foam. Also, take your fill and will of love, as ye will, when, where, and with whom ye will, but always unto me. If this be not right, if ye confound the space marks, saying they are one, or saying they are many, if the ritual be not ever unto me, then expect the direful judgments of Rauhur Kuit. This shall regenerate the world, the little world, my sister, my heart and my tongue, unto whom I send this kiss. Also, O scribe and prophet, though thou be of the princes, it shall not assuage thee nor absolve thee. But ecstasy be thine, and joy of earth, ever to me, to me. Change not as much as the style of a letter, for behold, thou, O prophet, shall not behold all these mysteries hidden therein. The child of thy bowels, he shall behold them. Expect him not from the east nor from the west, for from no expected house cometh that child. All words are sacred and all prophets true, save only that they understand a little, solve the first half of the equation, leave the second unattacked. But thou hast all in the clear light, and some, though not all, in the dark. Invoke me under my stars. Love is the law, love under will, nor let the fools mistake love. For there are love and love, there is the dove, and there is the serpent. Choose ye well. He, my prophet, hath chosen, knowing the law of the fortress and the great mystery of the house of God. All these old letters of my book are all right, but is this not the star? This also is secret. My prophet shall reveal it to the wise. Aleph. I give unimaginable joys on earth, certainty not faith, well in life, upon death, peace, unutterable rest, ecstasy, nor do I demand aught in sacrifice. My incest is of resinous woods and gums, and there is no blood therein. Because of my hair, the trees of eternity. My number is 11, as all their numbers who are of us. The five-pointed star with a circle in the middle, and the circle is red. My color is black to the blind, but the blue and gold are seen of the seeing. Also I have a secret glory for them that love me. But to love me is better than all things. If under the stars of night, in the desert, thou presently burnest mine incense before me, invoking me with a pure heart and the serpent flame, therein thou shalt come a little to lie in my bosom. For one kiss wilt thou then be willing to give all. But whoso gives one particle of dust shall lose all in that hour. Ye shall gather goods and store of women and spices. Ye shall wear rich jewels. Ye shall exceed the nations of the earth in splendor and pride, but always in the love of me, and so shall ye come to my joy. I charge you earnestly to come before me in a single robe and covered with a rich headdress. I love you. I yearn to you. Pale or purple, veiled or voluptuous, I who am all pleasure and purple and drunkenness of the inmost sense, desire you. Put on the wings and arouse the coiled splendor within you. Come unto me. At all my meetings with you shall the priestess say, and her eyes shall burn with desire, as she stands bare and rejoicing in my secret temple, to me, calling forth the flame of the hearts of all in her love chant. Sing the rapturous love song unto me. Burn to me perfumes, wear to me jewels, drink to me, for I love you. I love you. I am the blue-lidded daughter of sunset. I am the naked brilliance of the voluptuous night sky. To me, the manifestation of Nuit is at an end.
Would you like me to do 2, Mac?
Yes, chapter 2. New, the hiding of Hadith. Come, all ye, and learn the secret that hath not yet been revealed. I, Hadith, am the complement of Nu, my bride. I am not extended, and Hobbs is the name of my house. In the sphere I am everywhere the center, as she, the circumference, is nowhere found. Yet she shall be known, and I never. Behold, the rituals of the old time are black. Let the evil ones be cast away. Let the good ones be purged by the prophet. Then shall his knowledge go aright. I am the flame that burns in every heart of man and in the core of every star. I am life and the giver of life. Yet therefore is the knowledge of me the knowledge of death. I am the magician and the exorcist. I am the axle of the wheel and the cube in the circle. Come unto me is a foolish word, for it is I that go. Who worship Haru Par Kroth have worshipped me. Ill, for I am the worshipper. Remember, all ye, that existence is pure joy, that all the sorrows are but as shadows. They pass and are done, but there is that which remains. O prophet, thou hast ill will to learn this writing. I see thee hate the hand and the pen, but I am stronger. Because of me in thee which thou knowest not. For why? Because thou wast the knower in me. Now let there be a veiling of this shrine. Now let the light devour men and eat them up with blindness. For I am perfect, being not, and my number is 9 by the fools. But with the just I am 8, and 1 in 8, which is vital, for I am none indeed. The empress and the king are not of me, for there is a further secret. I am the empress and the hierophant. Thus 11 as my bride is 11. Hear me, ye people of sighing. The sorrows of pain and regret are left to the dead and the dying, the folk that know me as yet. These are dead, these fellows. They feel not. We are not for the poor and sad. The lords of the earth are our kinsfolk. Is God to live in a dog? No, but the highest are of us. They shall rejoice, our chosen, who sorroweth is not of us. Beauty and strength, leaping laughter and delicious languor, force and fire are of us. We have nothing with the outcast and the unfit. Let them die in their misery, for they feel not. Compassion is the vice of kings. Stamp down the wretched and the weak. This is the law of the strong. This is our law and the joy of the world. Think not, O king, upon that lie, that thou must die. Verily thou shalt not die, but live. Now let it be understood. If the body of the king dissolve, he shall remain in pure ecstasy forever. Nuit, hadit, rar, har, huit, the sun, strength and sight, light. These are for the servants of the stars and the snake. I am the snake that giveth knowledge and delight and bright glory, and stir the hearts of men with drunkenness. To worship me, take wine and strange drugs whereof I will tell my prophets, and be drunk thereof. They shall not harm ye at all. It is a lie, this folly against self. The exposure of innocence is a lie. Be strong, O man. Lust. Enjoy all things of sense and rapture. Fear not that any god shall deny thee of this. I am alone. There is no god where I am. Behold, these be grave mysteries, for there are also my friends who be hermits. Now think not to find them in the forest or in the mountain, but in the beds of purple, caressed by magnificent breasts of women with large limbs, and fire and light in their eyes, and masses of flaming hair about them. There shall ye find them. Ye shall see them at rule, at victorious armies, at all the joy, and there shall be in them a joy 1,000,000 times greater than this. Beware lest any force another, king against king. Love one another with burning hearts. On the low men trample in the fierce lust of your pride in the day of your wrath. Ye are against the people, O chosen. I am the secret serpent coiled about to spring. In my coiling there is joy. If I lift up my head, I and my nuit are one. If I droop down mine head and shoot forth venom, then is rapture of the earth, and I and the earth are one. There is great danger in me, for who doth not understand these runes shall make a great miss. He shall fall down into the pit called Because, and there he shall perish with the dogs of reason. Now a curse upon Because and his kin. May Because be accursed forever. If will stops and cries why, invoking Because, then will stops and does not. If power asks why, then is power a weakness. Also reason is a lie, for there is a factor infinite and unknown, and all their words are skew-wise. Enough of Because. Be he damned for a dog. But ye, O my people, rise up and awake. Let the rituals be rightly performed with joy and beauty. There are rituals of the elements and feast of the times, and feast for the first night of the prophet and his bride, a feast for 3 days of the writing of the book of the law, a feast for Tahuti and the child of the prophet, secret, O prophet, a feast for the supreme ritual, and a feast for the equinox of the gods, a feast for fire and a feast for water, a feast for life and a greater feast for death. A feast every day in your hearts in the joy of my rapture. A feast every night unto new and the pleasure of uttermost delight. I, feast, rejoice. There is no dread hereafter. There is the dissolution, an eternal ecstasy in the kisses of new. There is death for the dogs. Dost thou fail? Art thou sorry? Is fear in thine heart? Where I am, these are not. Pity not the fallen. I never knew them. I am not for them. I console not. I hate the consoled and the consoler. I am unique and conqueror. I am not of the slaves that perish. Be they damned and dead. Amen. This is of the four. There is a fifth who is invisible, and therein I am as a babe in an egg. Blue I am, and gold in the light of my bride. But the red gleam is in my eyes, and spangles are purple and green. Purple beyond purple. It is the light higher than eyesight. There is a veil, that veil is black. It is the veil of the modest woman. It is the veil of sorrow and the pall of death. This is none of me. Tear down that lying spectre of the centuries. Veil not your vices in virtuous words. These vices are my service. Ye do well, and I will reward you here and hereafter. Fear not, O prophet, when these words are said. Thou shalt not be sorry. Thou art empathically my chosen, and blessed are the eyes that thou shalt look upon with gladness. But I will hide thee in a mask of sorrow. They that see thee shall fear thou art fallen, but I lift thee up. Nor shall they who cry aloud their folly that thou meanest not avail. Thou shalt reveal it. Thou availest. They are the slaves of Because. They are not of me. The stops as thou wilt, the letters, change them not in style or value. Thou shalt obtain the order and the value of the English alphabet. Thou shalt find new symbols to attribute them unto. Begone, ye mockers. Even though ye laugh in my honor, ye shall laugh not long. Then when ye are sad, know that I have forsaken you. He that is righteous shall be righteous still. He that is filthy shall be filthy still. Ye deem not of change. Ye shall be as ye are and not other. Therefore the kings of the earth shall be kings forever. The slaves shall serve. There is none that shall be cast down or lifted up. All is ever as it was. Yet there are masked ones, my servants. It may be the yonder beggar is a king. A king may choose his garment as he will. There is no certain test, but a beggar cannot hide his poverty. Beware, therefore, love all, lest perchance is a king concealed. Say you so? Fool, if he be a king, thou canst hurt him. Therefore, strike hard and low, and to hell with them, master. There is a light before thine eyes, O prophet, a light undesired, most desirable. I am lifted up in thine heart, and the kisses of the stars rain hard upon thy body. Thou art exhaust in the voluptuous fullness of the inspiration. The expiration is sweeter than death, more rapid and laughterful than a caress of hell's own worm. O thou art overcome, we are upon thee, our delight is all over thee. Hail, hail, prophet of Nu, prophet of Had, prophet of Ra, Hu, Ku. Now rejoice, now come in our splendor and rapture. Come in our passionate peace and write sweet words for the kings. I am the master. Thou art the holy chosen one. Write and find ecstasy in writing. Work and be our bed in working. Thrill with the joy of life and death. Ah, thy death shall be lovely. Whose seeth it shall be glad. Whoso seeth shall be glad. Thy death shall be the seal of the promise of our age-long love. Come, lift up thine heart and rejoice. We are one. We are none. Hold, hold, bear up in thy rapture. Fall not in swoon of the excellent kisses. Harder, hold up thyself. Lift thine head. Breathe not so deep. Die. Ah, ah, why do I feel? Is the word exhausted? There is help and hope in other spells. Wisdom says, be strong, then canst thou bear more joy. Be not animal, refine thy rapture. If thou drink, drink by the 8 and 90 rules of art. If thou love, exceed by delicacy. And if thou do aught joyous, let there be subtlety therein. But exceed, exceed, strive ever to more. And if thou art truly mine, and doubt it not, and if thou art ever joyous, death is the crown of all. Ah, ah, death, death, thou shalt long for death. Death is forbidden, O man, unto thee. The length of thy longing shall be the strength of its glory. He that lives long and desires death much is ever the king amongst the kings. I listen to the number and the words. 4, 6, 3, 8, A, B, K, 2, 4, A, L, G, M, O, R, 3, Y, X, 2, 4, 8, 9, R, P, S, T, O, V, A, L. What meaneth this, O prophet? Thou knowest not, nor shalt thou know ever. There cometh one to follow thee, he shall expound it. But remember, O chosen one, to be me, to follow the love of Nu in the starlit heaven, to look forth upon men, to tell them this glad word. O be thou proud and mighty among men. Lift up thyself, for there is none like unto thee among men or gods. Lift up thyself, O my prophet, thy stature shall surpass the stars. They shall worship thy name, four square, mystic, wonderful. The number of the man and the name of thy house, 418. The end of the hiding of Hadith, and blessing and worship to the prophet of the lovely star. Okay, I did my part.
All right, I'll read chapter 3. Abrahadabra, the reward of Rahur-Kurt. There is a division hither homeward, there is a word not known. Spelling is defunct, all is aught. Beware, hold! Raise the spell of Rahur-Kurt. Now let it first be understood that I am a god of war and of vengeance. I shall deal hardly with them. Choose ye an island, fortify it, dung it with the engineering of war. I will give you a war engine. With ye shall smite the peoples, and none shall stand before you. Lurk, withdraw upon them. This is the law of the battle of conquest. Thus shall my worship be about my secret house. Get the steel of revealing itself. Set it in thy secret temple, and the temple is already all right disposed. And it shall be your Qibla forever. I shall not fade, but miraculous colors shall come back to it day after day. Close in locked glass for a proof of the world. This shall be your only proof. I forbid argument. Conquer. That is enough. I will make it easier for you the obstruction from all the ill-ordered house in the victorious city. Thou shalt thyself convey it with worship, O prophet. Thou likest it not. Thou shalt have a danger and trouble. Rahur-Ku is with thee. Worship me, fire and blood. Worship me with swords and spears. Let the woman be girl with sword before me, and let the blood flow to my name. Trample down the heathen. Be upon them, O warrior. I will give you their flesh to eat. Sacrifice cattle, little and big, after a child, but not now. Ye shall see that hour, O blessed beast, and thou shalt scarlet concubine of his desire. Ye shall be sad thereof. Deem not too eagerly to catch the promises. Fear not to undergo the curses. Ye, even ye, know not this meaning of all. Fear not all. Fear neither men, nor fates, nor gods, nor anything. Money fear not, nor laughter of the folk of folly, nor of the power in heaven upon earth and under the earth. Nu is your refuge, as Hadit your light, and I am the strength, forced vigor of your arms. Mercy let be off. Damn them who pity, and kill and torture, spare not be upon them. That steel that they shall call the abomination of desolation. Count well its name, and it shall be yours as 718. Why? Because the fall, because, not that he is here again. Set up my image in the east. Thou shalt buy thee an image with, I will show thee, a special, not unlike one thou knowest, and it shall be suddenly easy for thee to do this. The other images group around me to support me. Let all be worshipped, for they shall cluster to exalt me. I am the visible object of worship. The others are secret, for the beast and his bride are they. And for the winners of the ordeal X, what is this? Thou shalt know. For perfume mix meal and honey, and thick leavings of red wine, then oil of abralum and olive oil, and afterwards soften and smooth down with rich, fresh blood. The best blood is of the moon, monthly, then the fresh blood of a child, or dropping from the host of heaven. Yeah, this is totally... Then of enemies, then of the priest or of worshippers, then of the beast, no matter what. This burn of this make cakes and eat unto me. This hath also another use. It let be laid before me and kept thick with perfumes of your orison. Shall become full beelies as if it were creeping things sacred unto me. These slay, naming your enemies, and they shall fall before you. Also these shall breed lust and power in you and eating thereof. Also ye shall be strong in war. Moreover, they are kept. It is better, for they shall swell with my force, all before me. My altar is of open brass work, burned thereon in silver or gold. There cometh a rich man from the west, who shall pour his gold upon thee, from gold forged steel. Be ready to fly or to smite. But your holy place shall be untouched throughout the centuries. Through with fire and sword it will be burnt down and shattered, yet an invisible house there standeth, and stand until the fall of the great equinox, when the Haramanchiks shall arise, and the double-wanded one shall assume my throne and place. Another prophet shall arise and bring fresh fever from the skies. Another woman shall awake in lust and worship of the snake. Another soul of God and beast shall mingle in the globed priest. Another sacrifice shall stain the tomb, another king shall reign, and blessing no longer poured to the hawk-headed mystical lord. The half of the word Heru Raha called Hur Pa Kra'at and Rahur Kut. Then said the prophet unto God, I adore thee in song. I am the Lord of Thebes, and I inspired fourth speaker Mentu. For me unveiled the veiled sky, the self-sane Aken on Konsu, whose words are of truth. Invoke, I greet thy presence, O Rahur Kuit. Unity uttermost showed, I adore the might of thy breath, supreme and terrible God, who makest the gods in death to tremble before thee. I adore thee. Appear on the throne of Ra. Open the ways of the Ku, lighten the ways of the Ka, and the ways of the Kabs run through. To stir me or still me, Aum, let it be fill me, so that thy light is in me, and its red flame and sword in hand, and push thy order. There is a secret door that I shall make to establish thy way all in the quarters. These are the adorations as thou hast written, as it was said. The light is mine, its rays consume. I have made a secret door into the house of Ra and tomb, of Kephra and Arathatur. I am the Theban, O Mentu, the prophet of Ankengan Konsu. By best Na Ma'ut, my breast I beat, my wise Ta-nek, I weave my spell. Show thy star splendor, O Nuit. Bid me, O thine, within thine house of the to dwell. O winged snake of light, Hadit, abide me with Rahur Kuit. All this in a book say thou didst come hither in reproduction of this ink and paper forever. So strange. For in its word and secret, not only in the English, but thy comment upon this book of the law shall be printed beautifully in red ink and black upon the beautiful paper made by hand to each man and woman that thou meetest, where it be to dine or to drink with them, it is the law to give. Then they shall have a chance to abide in this bliss, or no, it is no odds, do this quickly. But the work of the comment, well, that is easy. The hadith burning in thy heart shall make swift and secure thy pen. Establish at thy Kaaba a clerk house. All must be done well and with business way. The orders thou shalt oversee thyself, save only the blind ones. Refuse none, but thou shalt know and destroy the traitors. I am Rahur Kuid, and I am powerful to protect my servant. Success is thy proof. Argue not, convert not, talk not overmuch. Them that seek to entrap thee, to overthrow thee, them to attack without pity or quarter, and destroy them utterly. Swift and trodden, serpent turn and strike. Be thou yet deadlier than he. Drag down their souls to awful torment, laugh at their fear, and spit upon them. Let the scarlet woman beware. If pity and compassion and tenderness visit her heart, if she may leave my work and toy with the old sweetness, then now shall my vengeance be known. I will slay her child. I will alienate her heart. I will cast her out from men. As a shrinking and despised harlot shall she crawl through the dusk-wet streets and die cold and hungered. But let raise herself in pride. Let her follow me in my way. Let her work the work of the wickedness. Let her kill her heart. Let her be loud and adulterous. Let her covered with jewels and rich garments, and let her shameless before all men. Then I will lift her into the pinnacles of power. Then I will breed her a child mightier than all the kings of the earth. I will fill her with joy. With my force shall see the strike and worship of Nu. She shall achieve Hadid. I am the warrior lord of the 40s. The 80s cower before me and are abased. I will bring to you victory and joy. I will be at your arms in battle, and ye shall delight to say, success is your proof. Courage is our more. Go on in my strength, and ye shall not turn back for any. This book shall be translated into all tongues, but always with the original writing of the beast. For in the chance shape of the letters and their position to one another, in there are mysteries that no beast shall divine. Let him not seek or to try. But one cometh after him, whence I say not, who shall discover the key of it all? And then this line drawn is a key. Then the circle squared, and its failure is a key also. And abrahadabra, this shall be his child, and that strangely. Let him not seek after this, for thereby alone can he fall from it. Now this mystery of the letters is done, and I want to go on to the holier place. I am in secret fourfold word, the blasphemy against all gods of men. Curse them, curse them, curse them. With my hawk's head I peck at the eyes of Jesus as he hangs upon the cross. I flap my wings at the face of Muhammad and blind him. With my claws I tear out the flesh of the Indian and of the Buddhist, the Mongol and the Din. Balasti, Umfeda, I spit on your crapulous creeds. Let Mary Invalate be torn upon wheels. For her sake let all chaste women be despised among you. Also for beauty's sake and for love's, despise all the cowards, professional soldiers who dare not fight but play, a fool's despise. But the keen and the proud, the royal and the lofty, ye are brothers. As brothers fight ye. There is no law beyond do as thou wilt. There is an end to the word of God enthroned in Ra's seat, lightening the girders of the soul. To me do ye reverence, to me come ye through tribulation of the ordeal, which is bliss. The fool readeth this book of the law, and it comment and his understandeth not. Let him come through the ordeal, and so it will be to him as silver, through the second gold, through the third stones of precious water, through the fourth the ultimate sparks of the intimate fire. Yet it shall see its enemies who say not so are mere liars. There is success. I am the hawk-headed lord of silence and of the strength. My nemesis shrouds the night blue sky. Hail, ye twin warriors about the pillars of the world, for your time is nigh at end. I am the lord of the double wand of power, the wand of force of Kophnia. But my left hand is empty, for I have crushed a universe, and naught remains. Pace the sheets from right to left and top to bottom, then behold, there is splendor in my name hidden and glorious, as the sun, midnight is ever to the sun. The ending of the words is the word abrahadabra. The book of the law is written and concealed. Aum ha. Well, that was what we call...
Yeah. I'm going to do the comments and then we'll end it
okay.
real quick. Okay. Do what thou wilt shall be the whole of the law. The study of this book is forbidden. It is wise to destroy this copy after the first reading. Whosoever disregards this does so at his own risk and peril. These are most dire. Those who discuss the contents of this book are to be shunned by all as centers of pestilence. All questions of the law are to be decided only by appeal to my writings, each for himself. There is no law beyond do what thou wilt. Love is the law, love under will. The priest of the princes, Ankh of Khansu,